Welcome to our deep dive into Module 4, Types of Pilot Licenses under EASA. Today, we are exploring the architectural framework of pilot licensing. We will trace the journey of an aviator's career, from the first solo flight in a recreational setting all the way to the command of a commercial airliner, looking at how the regulatory environment supports this progression. Think of a pilot's career not just as a job, but as an escalating ascent through 3 primary tiers. It begins with the private pilot license, or PPL, which focuses on foundational skills for personal use. From there, we move to the commercial pilot license, or CPL, which marks the entry into the professional world. Finally, we reach the 8PL, the airline transport pilot license, which is the gold standard for those commanding multi-crew environments. As we climb this ladder, the weight of responsibility grows. This diagram illustrates a simple principle. Regulations scale proportionately with the complexity of the aircraft and the number of lives on board. While a PPL offers freedom and recreation with baseline oversight, the path to an 8PL requires maximum strictness in medical and visual standards to manage the immense system complexity of heavy passenger loads. Let's start at the base, the private pilot license. This stage is all about establishing airmanship, the fundamental safety habits and skills every pilot needs. The intent here is strictly personal recreation or basic training. Crucially, the PPL carries a non-remunerated limit, meaning you cannot fly for hire or gain. You are primarily operating single-engine aircraft under visual flight rules, or VFR, meaning you're navigating by looking out the window. Transitioning to the commercial pilot license is a major milestone because it unlocks the ability to be paid for your services. This is where a hobby becomes a career. To earn a CPL, the training introduces much higher complexity, including instrument flight rules, IFR, learning to fly solely by reference to instruments, and the operation of multi-engine aircraft. At the peak of the EASA hierarchy is the airline transport pilot license. This is the ultimate credential required to act as pilot in command of large passenger or cargo aircraft. At this level, the focus shifts to multi-crew coordination and the management of heavy aircraft with complex systems. It is the destination for those seeking the highest level of professional responsibility in the skies. This visual comparison highlights how operational privileges expand exponentially. While the PPL is restricted to single-engine, unpaid flying, the CPL adds multi-engine capabilities and professional pay. The 8PL then adds the final layer, the authority to command massive airline operations in a team environment. Each step up the ladder requires a significant leap in both skill and accountability. Physical fitness is just as important as technical skill, and visual standards act as the primary gatekeeper here. For a PPL, a Class 2 medical is sufficient. It's a bit more forgiving for recreational flying. However, for the CPL and 8PL, a Class 1 medical is mandatory. This requires the highest levels of visual acuity and color vision to ensure safety during demanding commercial operations. To help visualize the differences, this diagnostic matrix summarizes the 3 licenses side by side. You can see how the primary intent shifts from recreation to career and finally to command. Notice how the medical standards and complexity levels, moving from VFR single-engine to IFR multi-engine, and finally to type-rated heavy aircraft, increase at every single step. It's important to understand that this ecosystem is an integrated continuum. You don't just jump from one to the next. They nest within each other. A pilot typically builds a foundation of hours with a PPL, then passes the rigorous ATPL theory exams while earning a CPL. This is often called a frozen 8PL. It only thaws into a full 8PL once the pilot gains enough real-world line experience and flight hours. In conclusion, the entire EASA Module 4 framework is designed to match human capability with operational demands. As a pilot's horizon expands from local airfields to global routes, the system ensures their competence and medical readiness stay in lockstep. At the end of the day, the goal of this entire structure is simple: uncompromising safety for everyone in the...
Dreaming of flying across the world? Not just India, but Paris, London, Dubai. An EASA license is your passport to global skies. Recognized in 31 countries, and accepted by airlines worldwide. Train in Europe with modern aircraft, multicultural exposure, and the world's highest safety standards. And yes, you can always convert back to DGCA if you choose to return. Confused about costs, universities, or visa process? We're here to help for free. Hurry! Click the link below to register for your free one-on-one consultation today. Limited seats available. Your global cockpit awaits. Worldwide.